So the first topic I want to talk about is the whole Drake, Rihanna, Chris Brown deal. She kind of seems to keep going back. And by the way, Drake seems to be maybe a little bit of a bad boy too, because he's in the middle of a bar brawl.
Well, whatever happened between the actual episode in New York at that club, I think is irrelevant. I think the bigger issue here is, why is Rihanna still even entertaining going back to Chris Brown? And
it's not about them, it's about a girl going back.
Right, and you know, I think Chris is a very talented guy and know him, and he's very nice, but just once you go through some stuff like that, it's just, and being a father of a little girl right now too, it's just, listen, everybody has their differences, and sometimes relationships can get heated, but you know, once you cross a line, and that was a line that was severely crossed, then I don't think you ever entertain even going back to that. I mean, am I wrong? I don't know.
No, in general,
I think that's it. I think, yeah. And as far as girls just sort of entertaining the bad boy, I mean, you could be bad like, okay, I'm not going to call you and play those little games, and then bad where you're physically, hey, I'm going to harm you. That's a different kind of bad.
No, I agree, but even as a woman, we don't have to talk about that extremity, but even being attracted to the bad guy in general, what do you think about that, and how do you avoid going back to the bad guy, the guy that just hasn't treated you right, but you kind of just can't get over that? I mean, are we supposed to, are our friends really supposed to get involved, or does it just have to get out of someone's system? I think it has to get out of someone's system.
This is assuming there's no physical altercation, right? Well, then, you know, then I think, guys, what qualifies exactly a bad boy? What makes a bad boy? What makes the name player, I think, is sort of used wrong too. Or to me, a player is someone who does just that, plays games and manipulates a woman in lies and deceits. But if you're just dating a lot of girls and happen to be real popular, then you're just, I guess, lucky.
Well,
you know?
I've been with a guy in my past that, you know, we have that passionate moment in the beginning, and then they call it chasing the dragon in drugs. You're constantly chasing that. You want to get back to that moment, and the guy isn't giving you what you want. And my opinion is, it has to just flush out of your system. I mean, it's not going to go on for 5-10 years, hopefully, and it just has. But your friends could say whatever they want. You're right. You can't get out until you could just get out.
I agree, and you know what happens, and I'm sure you can agree with me, is that
they're making me break.
You have to let it run its course. But I got to finish this thought.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to let it run its course, but your judgment gets all clouded because then you get in that passion phase and you're like, huh? And you don't think about it.
I know.
You're just consumed.
All right, so we don't think friends can help. We think you're consumed, and you got to pray for the best and try to get out. When we come back, we want to talk about why you're always taking your shirt off when you're around Ellen. What is it about her?